Want to expel the elderly and corn at the same time? Want to obtain a cure for your polio so you don't have to use an iron lung? Well, friend, you can do both by rejecting corned beef and embracing sagebrush. Before the 1800s, I couldn't have imagined a way that you can ruin a good cut of beef. After the Irish invaded with their potatoes and salted beef, my belief quickly changed. You took a great thing and you added corn to it. What'd you expect was going to happen? The Chinese New Year? The reformation of the Bull Moose Party? Fools. Well, I can help you, but only as long as you accept sagebrush within yourself. Today, in the castle.
Seeing double! Quick, where's a mirror?
Corn. Corn men. The corn belt. These beings must die. They must be cast out from this universe so that it can plague us no longer. Look at what corn has done already. Corrupted Nebraska, snared the diets of Americans, somehow managed to ruin beef. You don't just ruin beef. It's not something humanly possible, but it is cornly possible. Would you pickle a veteran of the Barbary Wars? Would you brine an armadillo? No. So why would you corn beef? When the Irish spread the disease of Irishism to the States, they brought more than their famininous tubers. Was it not enough for them to bring hunger, odd accents, and empty promises of gold? What did we ever do to deserve such hatred? Why was their lust for our demise so strong? Strong enough to bring over corned beef and enslave the American public. Can this effect ever be shaken? Possibly, but only if we exorcise the corn embedded in corned beef. It must be expelled. Charlie doesn't approve of corned beef and all things related. Charlie don't approve, I don't approve as neithers. After consulting with him, I haven't paid a single child support payment, and I've skipped my IRS payments for the last 3 years, saving me time and money. Trust me, he knows his stuff. When he says there's something mustardy about something, I know to avoid that something. See, he had an accident back in '68 with some mustard seed after he got himself enrolled in a gay club. Never was the same again. Charles is like bloodhound, but mixed with a heat-seeking missile, and when he smells mustard, something's up. Wintergreen-flavored orange juice, not a trace of the start. Venezuela, nothing. Corned beef, we got a DEFCON 2 on the mustard. Whether it's child support or corn, it's mustardy, and I don't trust it. Now, if you need more than Charlie's DEFCON 2 warning to convince you that this corned beef is bad, consider this: the elderly. Corned beef only appeals to this particular group of degenerates. They are the only ones willing to eat this horrible stuff. Now, if the corn didn't raise your suspicions, the elderly should. What good do the elderly do? They walk into the place, claim they somehow came from the past and were even born into it, take free money from Social Security, and consume beef corn. On top of this, they actually demand that we respect them. Utter nonsense. A while back, I took in this older guy to my experimentation chamber and commanded he reveal his inner secrets of the damnation of the ancients. He actually had the audacity to say I had abducted him. After I made him slowly consume a wooden rocking chair in front of a man I met in the alley, claiming to be the Prime Minister, for some good fortune astrology thing, he had even more accusations to make. Ludicrous and pure worthlessness, these old people. If they like corned beef, then you should certainly not. Now to the good part. Sagebrush, the best of plants. These bad boys repel the elderly. Acts as some sort of natural toxin to those things. It's what I used to take care of that old man I had experimented with. People nowadays think that the best way to get rid of the older generation is to feed them electrical current, give them colonoscopies, or even sick the Canadian militia on them. No, sagebrush does the job more effectively at a cost-effective rate. Genocide is not an easy task. Wary is the head that wears the crown, as I like to say. It can challenge your morals, make you question your inner righteousness, wake you up at night making you think that you may have made the wrong choice. While when you make the choice to systematically wipe out an entire age group and doing it again and again, after more people convert to the demonist ways of old, you are making no wrong choice. Sagebrush can help you in your quest. Can some mediocre cut of brined beef corn? Franklin Roosevelt died from lack of executive orders. Didn't particularly enjoy infamy. Master polio consumer. His downfall was caused by the fateful disease. Now if only sagebrush had been around in the 1940s to cure him. That's right, sagebrush acts as a cure for polio. Can any vaccine or corn do that? No. Besides, vaccines are proven to not work anyway. Now be careful, friends, for if you happen to fall to the wicked ways of the corned beef, then you will be gifted an iron lung for going pro-polio and siding with those conspiracy theorist bureaucrats known as doctors. Iron lungs may look fun. I mean, just take a gander at these lavish tubes that encompass 95% of your body, sealing you for life in an iron tomb. Restricted movement, extreme lethargy, reduced spirits. Appealing, I know. But these deceptions are all part of the combined polio corned beef efforts. Do not become ensnared in their evil scheme by not taking sagebrush to kill off the polio. I am pro-life polio. Have you ever smelled corned beef? Go ahead, take a sniff. Complete destruction of the nasal passages. Reconstruction of the spleen will soon be needed. Liver? Gone. Iron lung? Drawing nearer and nearer as time is sifting down through the sieve of the universe. What have you done? Polio is nigh. Gangrene is working its way up the esophagus. Typhoid fever settling in, getting things ready for the chaos to come. Chaos. You can't imagine what chaos is to come. The tormentors, they know what you have done. Their judgment will soon be enacted, and their wrath will not falter. All this because of corned beef? Of course. Why do you think the elderly are so drawn to its stench? Sagebrush, on the other hand, has a much more pleasant tone about its smell. Your spleen will stay intact. Typhoid fever? Never heard of them. When your entire body doesn't rupture, and the tormentors aren't called to oversee your punishment after you smell something, surely you can trust that something. Quickly, friends, my mental health is failing, and my neural passages are crumbling. Embrace sagebrush. Reject corned beef. Remember.
I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap.